How's it going, guys? Today I'm going to show you what it's like to drive the Acura Integra Type S from a first-person point of view. Under the hood of the Type S is a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder that makes 320 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. That's 5 horsepower more than the Civic Type R, but most importantly, it's got more mid-range torque, so it's more drivable on the street. It's front-wheel drive, only available with a brilliant 6-speed manual transmission, and 0 to 60 happens in 5 seconds. Looks-wise, the Type S is fantastic. It's got widened fender flares that are 3.5 inches wider in the front and 1.9 inches wider at the rear. They also just happen to look very, very cool. It comes with 19-inch wheels that are available in either copper or dark gray, and 7 different colors. This is Apex Blue Pearl. The front end of the car is absolutely stunning, and it actually allows for 170% more airflow in the front grille than the standard Integra. It also has these little hidden canards in this grille right here to allow for airflow to travel along the side of the car. It even has a functional hood vent for decreasing lift and allowing that hot air to exit the engine bay. Overall, it is such a good looking car. Let's come around to the rear of the vehicle. We've got an optional enlarged carbon fiber spoiler. This is the bigger one. And check out the rear end of the Type S. Super aggressive. We've got that triple exhaust with larger diameter tips than the Civic Type R. It's actually louder than the Type R because it has a removed front resonator, which is pretty cool. It also has a burble tune in Sport Plus mode. And look at how aggressive that rear diffuser is. What do you guys think? I think this is the best looking car in its class, honestly. Hopping inside the Type S now, we've got 3 color combinations to choose from: white, black, and red. Now, these seats are more luxurious and more comfortable than the Type R's, and we've got this really nice perforated steering wheel. You can also get the steering wheel wrapped in Alcantara, which looks fantastic, and of course, my favorite part about the interior is the fact that it comes only with a 6-speed manual transmission. Not only is it a manual, it's actually a brilliant manual transmission. The throws are fantastic, the clutch pedal feels great, it has active rev matching if you want it, but you can turn it off if you don't. Take a peek at the rest of the interior. Let's go ahead and fire it up. Now, we've got multiple different drive modes to choose from using this dynamic mode selector right here. We're in sport mode right now. We can put it into comfort. Comfort mode is 1 step more comfortable than the Civic Type R's comfort. If we put it into Sport Plus, that's about equal to the Civic Type R's Sport. This is more of a road-going car, and it actually has a reduced traction control setting so that it's more fun and more playful on the road than the Civic Type R is. My only gripe with the interior is this screen. It's not the best looking and the graphics are just all right, but honestly, the car drives so well, it's not that big of a deal. I do really like these climate control vents right here with these little knobs. We have wireless charging. We also have wireless Apple CarPlay, as well as a heads-up display right there, lane keep assist and active cruise control, some additional charging ports right here. Now, a really cool thing when it's in Sport Plus mode, it's got this little yellow needle here that is a tip of the hat to the original Japanese spec Type R that did have that yellow needle. You can also get this in aluminum, the shift knob, as a tip of the hat as well. You've got really deep, large cup holders right here, some extra storage space right there. As I mentioned, the seats are very comfortable. We've got a nice audio system. All right, let's find out what this thing is like to drive. Behind the wheel of the Type S now, and this thing is absolutely incredible to drive. I put it into individual mode with everything in the Sport Plus setting except for the suspension, which I put in comfort mode because there are some bumps on this road, and I feel like it keeps the car a little bit more planted. Honestly, every element of the driving experience inside the Type S is brilliant. The shifter feel is amazing, and it begs the question, how have auto manufacturers not figured out how to make a transmission this good? Acura has killed it. From the shift throws, to the clutch feel, to the downshifts, everything is just an absolute pleasure. Now the steering feel is fantastic. The car is front wheel drive and it feels like it has an endless amount of grip and feedback. Every time you think you're going a little bit too fast, the car reminds you, nope, you can actually push this thing a little bit harder than you've been. It just inspires so much confidence. The brakes are amazing as well. The suspension, even in comfort mode, has very limited body roll. It's such a good car to drive. It's actually kind of insane. And it's so nimble. At around 3,200 pounds, this thing is a lot lighter than most modern day cars, and it feels very, very light on its feet. And the fact that you can fit 5 people in here comfortably is incredible in a car that feels this nimble. Visibility is fantastic over the hood and all the way around. We've got a good backup camera, but really, this car is all about the driving experience. If everything else about the car wasn't that great, it would still be a good car. But the amazing part is, everything about this car is great. I'm so impressed with the driving experience in this. It feels, I don't know, I like it better to drive than the Civic Type R. You can really feel that mid-range torque. And taking that slight edge off, that slight sharp edge off the power and off of the suspension is honestly a welcomed bonus. Little bit of wheel spin there. It's honestly fast. 0 to 60 in 5 seconds doesn't sound all that crazy, but the acceleration, it really does shove you in the back of your seat. Now, normal around town driving, because obviously you're not going to be driving it like that at all times, is phenomenal as well. Let's go ahead and use the drive selector here. We're going to put it into comfort mode. Everything relaxes a little bit, and it's a really easy car to drive. Now, honestly, if you've never driven a manual transmission vehicle before, you could totally learn on this car very easily. Everything about it is just easy, honestly. It's easy to downshift, the shifter feel is easy, the clutch is easy. It's like a perfect car to learn how to drive a manual on. And of course, you can turn off the active rev matching if you want as well. You don't have to have that on at all times. You can deactivate that in the screen here, which is driving slowly around town. Honestly, it's such a nice place to be. And then you've got those technology features like active lane keep assist, active cruise control, wireless Apple CarPlay, Bluetooth, of course. You've got wireless charging pad here, a bunch of chargers, USB-C and normal USB right there, space in the back. Man, I'm really impressed with this car, honestly. I knew I was gonna like it because of course I really liked the Civic Type R. But I almost forgot how good the Civic Type R was, and I'm even more impressed with the driving experience of the Integra Type S. Let's go back to a twisty section here. Put it into individual mode again. I mean, it really just begs you to push it harder and harder. I love this thing. And it doesn't make you want all-wheel drive. The front-wheel drive gives so much confidence. It claws at the road, and it doesn't have much noticeable torque steer whatsoever. It's just a blast. That's what these types of cars are supposed to be about, right? Just having a bunch of fun. It just so happens to be a good car in every other regard for commuting, going around town. But in terms of the general driving dynamics, when you're pushing this, it's incredible. And those Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires have so much grip, and they're gonna get more life out of them than the Cup 2s that come on the Type R. Wow, Acura, you did such a good job with this car. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Like always, please browse the channel and subscribe. I'm gonna let you go. Listen to the sound of this 4-cylinder. All right, I'll see you next video.